Genetics aren't your destiny, okay? So the title of this one is Beyond DNA, the link between epigenetics and obesity. So I've said it before, genetics loads the gun, epigenetics pulls the trigger, okay? So think of your genes as books in a library, okay? And so epigenetic changes, which are environment, lifestyle, things that influence how your genes are expressed. Epigenetic changes chooses which books gets read, which pages are bookmarked, and which books are left on the shelf for use for later. So epigenetics decides which genes are expressed. So no two person with similar genes are exactly the same because their life has influenced how those genes are read. Okay? Especially whenever it comes to obesity, you know, it influences your metabolism, your insulin sensitivity, your fat storage. Okay? Epigenetics, they can slow your metabolism. They can cause higher fat storage. They can cause increased hunger, insulin resistance, inflammatory pathways. Um, so, so how does it do that? Like chronic stress, okay? If you're chronically stressed, your brain is being reprogrammed to expect that increased cortisol, and it's being reprogrammed to constantly store fat. Um, and your genes to store fat are being influenced. Okay, those particular genes are being brought to the surface. The book is opening, and the genes to like maybe that are more prone to reduce fat storage are being closed and put back on the shelf because you're having this chronically. So you are reprogramming yourself to express your genes. Okay. Diet quality, ultra processed foods. They're not foods, they're products. We talked about this. They can activate inflammatory genes and suppress anti-inflammatory genes. They can suppress genes that regulate appetite because you're in this chronic state of inflammation. Okay? They can suppress the genes that make you insulin sensitive. And it's fascinating we have genes for that. Anyway, sorry. So, physical inactivity. Your movement is one of your most powerful epigenetic tools. We are made to move. Our bodies are made to move. We're not made to sit still. We're programmed not to move because we're programmed to conserve energy, but we are made to move, okay? So exercise activates these genes responsible for fat breakdown, glucose regulation, your cell's energy production, and reducing inflammation. Movement is so important, okay? Chemical exposures, BPA in plastics, the stuff in cosmetics, I can't pronounce it, but that crap in there, I don't know how to say it. Pesticides, heavy metals, these can all mimic hormones. Now, there are endocrine disruptors, like the scent lavender may be an endocrine disruptor. Remember your thyroid is an endocrine gland? So lavender scent in baby lotion can be an endocrine disruptor. Be very, very careful with that stuff, okay? And it's not just your lifestyle. What happened to your grandmother while she was pregnant with your mother could potentially still be affecting you. Because a part of you was alive, or existed, not alive, a part of you existed when your when your mother was inside your grandmother's stomach, which is cool. Okay, so what happened to your grandmother maybe a couple months before she conceived, um, during pregnancy can have lasting effects. It could have changed your mother's gene expression, and it could have changed your gene expression. The same way, if you have obesity while you're pregnant, that influences not just your children, but your grandchildren, how those genes are expressed. I'm not saying that to guilt anybody, okay? But it is an empowering thing that if you are planning to get pregnant, um, try, getting this disease hopefully under control before that is can have some beneficial effects for your grandchildren. Okay? Healthy choices now can ripple forward to generations. Okay? Okay, so how can you influence your genes? Eat a colorful, healthy diet, rich in nutrients, low in ultra-processed foods, get some good quality sleep, manage your stress. Okay, move regularly, reduce toxin exposures, like maybe filter your water, try not to do plastic bottles. If you can't grow your own garden, try to eat as organic as possible without breaking the bank. Small changes can influence genes in both ways. Okay, your health story isn't set in stone. A lot of this is very, very fluid, and you can reprogram your body, but it takes time and it takes diligence and resilience, a lot of resilience. Okay, this is not a quick fix at all. Zero amount of quick fixes here, so there's no jump starts. There's only lifelong treatment, lifelong changes, and lifelong health, and you can do it. You just never, ever, ever, ever give up. You're not allowed to quit. Okay? Good luck. Oh, I'm not treating you. I'm not telling you how to be treated, and I'm not giving you medical advice. Go talk to your practitioner. This is just educational purposes only. All the disclaimers.